G'day swingers, welcome back to the channel. I apologise for this style intro. Normally I would do it out in the field, which I did. But I had the settings wrong on this camera. So this is the front facing camera to the front of the phone. And unfortunately I had it set to 4K, not full HD in 60 frames. So when I tried to upload it, it was like with the visual, but my audio was perfect, so can't have that happening. Anyway, solved the problem now, thankfully. So in this episode, I've got two locations that I hit. The first one was the last location I went to when I found the old trade weight and the pipe tamper. Returned there just for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, just to see if I could find anything else, which enjoy that one. And the second location, which was a separate day, I went there for about maybe an hour and a half again. I was looking for a old hotel location. I was a little off on my location, but I've still got a lot of area to search, so there's a few flat areas to check out, but I only got to one of them. And then I had to run off to go get a cement mixer with Dave for future projects. Unfortunately, yeah, I wanted to stay longer, but I couldn't. But yeah, the find that I found there is well worth staying tuned for. If you really can't be bothered waiting, just skip ahead. But that's something special, something I was not expecting to find. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, first target, 1718, right there. So I've got an old horse tack rivet by the looks of things. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Oh, this camera's much better, isn't it? Looks much nicer. Yeah, just an old rivet, so it would have been a bit of horse tack, but I'm expecting to find a bit of that sort of stuff around here, just being the age of the property that I'm out the front of. Not going to clean up too well, but you get the idea. A little rivet. Let's keep swinging. I do have another target in there though, so while I got yours, I may as well retrieve it. Just there. Looks like another. Yeah. Looks like it's possibly out of a buckle, I reckon. Very thin copper. A little bit of fancy on it. Interesting. I'll put that aside and we'll keep swinging. Back to you soon. Well, this is an interesting signal. Now, if I lift it up, I lose it at about 3 inches, 4 inches off the ground. Ooh, what have we got? I'm not thinking it's a can, just by the fact that it doesn't register a few inches above the ground. If it's a can, I should be able to pick it up about almost 2 feet up. Oh, is that a coin I see? It is. Oh, yeah. Is that a token even? I don't know what this is. I'm going to get 2 hands on it and I'm going to get back to it. It feels lead, but I'm not sure. Oh, please be a token. Back in a sec. Well, I have no idea what that is. It could be a coin. If it is, it's a monster. Like, I'm talking bigger than the cartwheel penny. Cartwheel penny's from memory 41 mil. And this is looking about for... Actually, it'd almost be the same. So it could be an old cartwheel even that's been reused. I don't know. If so, it's my first cartwheel, but it's not legible. So I'll give it a bit more of a clean up with some toothpicks when I get home, and I'll see if I can't sidelight it and catch something on it. But it's a bloody big unit. Bloody big. I'll hopefully find a penny and we can show the difference in size, because that's a monster. Anyway, interesting target. Let's keep swinging. Alright, so it's been a while since my last target, or that I've shown anyway.
Bit of a scratchy target, but it's definitely there, and when I lift the coil up a good 6 inches, it just disappears. So we're hoping for something decent, considering I'm right along the property line now in the park, but still next to the property line of the property I'm searching around. So just there, get him back here, get a pop, and I see something down here actually. Oh, that'll do it. A piece of copper piping. Solid bit. Let's keep swinging. Well, I just got a 24-25 target just down here, and I popped the plug. It was just there, so I've popped that out. Is that what I think it is? Please. It's another trade weight. Beauty. My third one. 2 and 2 sessions, so that'll be another 200 grammer. I'm sure of it. Give me a sec, I'm going to clean it up and see if it's got the same symbol. Alrighty, swingers. So as you can see, I've zoomed in a little bit for you, because this one has a little bit going on it. So you can see there's a crown here that has E, I'd say that's 8 Vic, and then you got a Z and a 0. So this is quite an interesting little one. I'm not sure what the go is with it, but I'd say it's marked for a certain shop. So I'll give that a proper clean when I get home. That's pretty cool. Third one I found, and it's my first different one. Let's keep swinging. Alrighty, so I just spoke to the landowner of the house beside me. Unfortunately, he's not going to give me permission because it's a bit of a public site. People sort of go in there as a museum, even though it is a private residence. So he just wants the lawns kept in good tact. Not that it matters, I'll keep asking. He's seen me bury me plug, so maybe he should be a bit more relaxed about it, but we'll see. Anyway, just here. Interesting target yet again. Shallow. So we're going to get a shovel. Give it up popskis. There we go. Pop at the plug. And what have we got this time? Could be anything. Or it could be a coin. Ha ha! Ah, it's a roo. The bloody roos are everywhere. And it's a 60s model. Well, that one can go jump. Literally. Doing, doing, doing. Remember, always double check your hole. Same hole. I haven't moved. I just popped that penny up. So I'm thinking we may have a spill. I'm hoping for one at least anyway. Sitting down here. Ah, looks like we've got a nail down there with the penny. Bugger. What else was there? Oh. Nah, falsies. Just a nail with the penny. Best to be safe than sorry. Let's keep swinging. Alright, and this time around, probably a 2-setter. Just to screw me. Well, let's hope it's pre-decimal. Let's hope it's even pre-Australian decimal. Sorry, pre-decimal, pre-Australian. Alrighty, what have we got? So I must admit, this camera does really well with the light, because I can't see anywhere near as good as this camera can. Down the bottom there, I think I called it. Yep, pesky 2-cent piece. You can't escape them. But if you're finding these, you're not missing the silvers, that's for sure. So, you gotta dig them, just to be safe. Let's keep swinging. Alrighty, swingers. So as you can see, it is getting dark now. The camera makes it look a little bit better than what it actually is. Much better. Because if you look down there, this camera is probably about 40% brighter than what I can actually see. Those trees down there are not that bright in my vision. Neither is this grass in front of me. It's very dark green, not light. So I'm impressed with the camera. But just here, I just found another bit of old horse tack. So I'm not exactly sure what it went to. But as you can see, it's a clip of sorts. And it has a little, on focus, there's a little pin just there. And here's a bit of leather that just fell out of this end. So it was actually sitting inside like so. I don't know what it came off, but it's definitely an old piece of horse tack. Nice, a few bits of that around. So definitely some old stuffs. Let's keep swinging. I'm going to go back down through here, and then I'm going to go back across the front of the property where I was finding all the goodies just before. So I'll show you what I find on the way back to the car. See you then. Alrighty, swingers. So just out of that hole, I just got a 26 target, and it was very, very deep. I mean, I'm talking 9-10 inches deep. So I don't know what we've got here. We've got a coin of sorts, and it's bloody thick. Oh, it's not even a coin. God damn. Is it? Is that a big Chinese cash or something, maybe? Or am I just being hopeful and seeing a big washer and thinking, whoa! It's probably more to the point. Alrighty, swingers. So, just down out of this hole, we've got a 22, 23 signal. All the way down there. 5 inches, 6 inches. Looks like a roo. Roo half special. Yep. The 40s, at least. I believe I see 43 there. I just can't seem to rub the dirt off of it. Come on. Off you come. Close enough. And just make out 1943. It's better than a kick in the pants or a ring pull. So let's keep swinging back to the car. Alrighty, swinging. So, as per normal, I'm running the Equinox 800. There we go. It's actually got focus now. So we're running the Equinox 800. I've got it on all metal mode at the moment because I'm trying to find the iron patches. So run it on that and you'll hear where the iron is because it'll grunt at you when you start finding all the iron around you. It's the best way to tell whether you're close to the side or not. Otherwise, I've done auto noise cancellation by just pushing that in this function. Let's pick channel 7. Done my auto ground balancing. I've held that in, pumped it up and down. It was on 7, now it's moved up to 30, 32. Auto tracking is on. It's my volume, that's up to your discretion. My threshold is at 8 at the moment. I can just hear the hum, which I like. 5 tones, which is where I prefer it. Accept and reject. Normally I have up to 8 switched, 7 switched off, but I'm in all metal mode, so that's irrelevant at the moment. And swing speed is on 3. And when you've in this if you hold down that one and go into iron bias, but when you're in all metal, these don't matter anyway because you're in all metal mode. So if I flick that button, it'll come back onto this one. If I was to go anyway, if I was to get in the other one, then it would be set onto that one. So F2 or FE, whichever one you actually pick. I think I can't remember which one's which. I think FE is the iron bias and the F2 is for like your alloys and stuff like that, which I tend to still find a lot of the iron based alloys anyway, so whatever. Anyway, we're gonna get swinging. Fingers crossed that location right there, right in the center of the screen, is where the pub site used to be. Looks pretty bloody flat to me. Looks like it's been built up intentionally, so wish me luck. And my first target for the day, a solid 11, very shallow, 1 depth indicator. Just a little bit of old Coke can, or something like that anyway. Anyway, let's keep swinging. Alrighty, so I just found something that looks fairly old. It came up as a 13-14 target. It was very clean 13-14, and it gave me a double tap, so I was thinking maybe it could have just been a ring pull, but I needed to investigate because it was a few inches down. So, oh wow, look at that, my first target's actually a freaking button. Oh yes, I'm glad I dug that because that's exactly what I'm looking for. This is the age, I'm pretty sure. No, this is Reebok, so this is way off on age. Reebok, I think, was what, 70s? Nah, definitely not an old button, but I'll take that. It looks really cool. But yeah, still hoping I'm in the right location. And we got a friendly dog saying hello. It's always the way when you're digging holes. Hello. What are you doing? Anyway, let's keep swinging. Well, there you go. From that hole there, the Equinox heard this. Solid 18, sorry, 12, 13, 11, 12, 13. I was thinking maybe it was a ring pull or something. It's just a zip bit. And it's corroded as hell. So it shows how sensitive these machines really are. Anyway, let's keep swinging. Well, I'm on the back side of that hill. I'm coming around, I'm sort of giving up hope. I got a 5, 6, 7 target. 3 inches down on the nocks. I pop out of the ground. This. That has hallmarks for 9 carat. Fuck. Oh my. Oh, finally a low number has actually paid off for once. Oh, bugging me sideways. I didn't even clean it up. I literally just pulled it out and thought, no, that number, I've got to stop for a minute. That's 9 carat. Oh, it's 9 carat. Are you freaking serious? Oh. Dinner forget Australia. Whatever that means. But that's 9 carat gold every day of the week. And it's beautiful. It's got English hallmarks and all. I'm going to sit and just enjoy this for a minute. Oh. Finally a nice gold item. It's my second piece of gold I've ever found with the Nox when it comes to relics. That one. And the ring that you have probably all noticed me wearing here and there. This one here, which I'm getting off my keychain. Those are the 2 only gold things I've ever actually found with the detector when it comes to jewellery and relics. In fact, I'm going to put my ring back on just because I feel it. I feel it needs to be on today after that. It's a celebratory little... yeah. Wow. Just freaking wow. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to get a few photos and post that on Facebook and whatnot, and I'll be back to you shortly. Alrighty, swingers. As you can see, these are the finds from the first location. A couple of them are from the first session in there. As you can see, the safety pin from the last one. And the trade weight as well. I just had to reunite these 2 back together. I thought it was only fitting. So yes, with this trade weight, it actually has on here, I'll chuck a photo up, but just here is actually a half and an ounce. It's just very hard to read. It's just not quite legible underneath, a bit of corrosion there. Plus it's quite indented because of all the stamps that were placed in it. But this one here is a 1/4 ounce, which sits right alongside it where it should be. The first target I found, this one, it's not a cartwheel. That just seems to be a homemade job. The reason I know it's not a cartwheel, sorry, off the camera, is I actually have one. I have not detected this, unfortunately, one day. But as you can see, there's a definite size difference. So definitely not a cartwheel. But it was worth checking anyway. Let alone the thickness. It's the same thickness as a penny, which as you can see beside it is quite different in size. We got the 1963 Rue penny, the 1943 Rue halfpenny, the 2 cent, and just that big washer which I was mistakenly IDing as a Chinese cash, just being super hopeful, I think. But from location number 2, oh yeah, only 2 finds that were decent, but wow, I'll happily take them, I'll tell you. When I do start at a location, I generally do start off in all metal mode if it's a new site, and I get a gauge for how old the location is.
But if I'm trying to find a specific location, like where a building used to stand, I'm always in all metal mode. If I'm hitting patches that I've smashed over and over again, obviously I'm just going to knock that off. I'll go through and dig out the clean high targets, but anything a bit funny, I sort of skip over and cherry pick them here and there as I'm going through each time I swing over the same ground. So nothing usually gets missed. It's just most of the time it's always cancel. Other than this time, so I looked that up, the boomerang, and it's actually Scottish for "do not forget me," I believe. As long as Google's giving me the right translation. And the hallmarks on the back here, I've actually managed to find the manufacturer. So, little trusty hand through. So just here is actually what they call unicorn's head. You can see it much better in the video here. You got a 9, and then you got a W. So this manufacturer is actually a Melbourne-based manufacturer, funnily enough. So the company was established in 1904 and ceased manufacturing in 1931. They were called Willis and Sons Co. And basically they were jewelry makers and made all sorts of stuff like this. And yeah, this one managed to fall into the ground and get found by me over 100 years after it was made, no doubt. I dare say this was given to one of the women that was left when one of the blokes went off to war. He would have given this to his sweetheart, and that, yeah, that would have hurt. Still a very nice piece, so at least it's now going to be on display and looked after. I believe, which a few people have commented on my Facebook with, I believe there used to be a piece of opal sitting here in here maybe. I had one suggestion as well. It could have been a bit of malachite, however you say that. I'm butchering it, I'm sure of it. But yeah, I'm not too sure what actually was in that. I didn't see anything in the hole, but I have to go back because I believe I lost a key there, and it was a crucial key. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Bit of a mixed bag, but well worth the time out swinging. Only a couple hours, but I got some good history. That is for sure. Till next time, good luck and happy swinging. Salada.